Hey guys, a lot of you requested that I make a little TikTok showing you guys how to make the tensor rings. So this video is going to be just about making them, and then maybe I'll make another video explaining what the different size rings, like the different megahertz, are good for. But anyway, yeah, I've watched like hours of YouTube videos trying to, when I was first learning how to make these rings. So I'm going to try to condense it all down into one TikTok. So wish me luck. So first off, what you're going to want is you're going to want accurate measurements. I'll pop the measurements up here. The unfortunate thing is these do not come out directly in American measurements. They don't come out directly in inches or even centimeters. And you want to get these as accurate as you can within 1/100th of an inch. So what you're going to need is precision measuring equipment. Or like me, I had a neighbor who had precision and measuring equipment, and he helped me mark them all out on my trusty old stick. So I have all the marks down. So one side of this has all the 333. So the full, the half, the quarter, the eighth, and the 10th all marked out. Then the next side has the 188, the 177, the 144. So anyway, somehow, some way, get your measurements and get them on something that you can use so that it's really, you always have it. You don't have to re-measure every time. Now for the copper wire, you just want pure copper wire, like grounding wire. You could get jewelry making wire, but you don't want it to be coated in anything like a silver color or nothing like that. Anyway, so you get unfortunately, I don't have any that isn't already twisted, but you're gonna have to pretend like this isn't twisted. I like to use the 14 gauge copper wire for the quarter size rings. For the half size and the full size rings, I like to use 10 gauge or larger. You can also make these in 1.5 of a full ring, or you can make it in 3.5. And that's going to be more like a hula hoop. So you could like put it over your whole body so your whole body's in the tensor field, you know. Anyway, I'll make another video explaining what all that stuff's good for and different ways people have used it, but this one's making it. So anyway, what you're going to do is you're going to take your wire, whatever size you're choosing to use. You're going to want to run it around like a hook. You can just the wire at once. You can unroll your whole roll of wire, wrap it around like a leg of a metal chair or something. I don't know, something that won't move, and then pull it to where it's folded over on itself, and you got the two ends as flush as possible. And you're going to stick it in your drill and get a little tension on the wire, and you want to spin it clockwise, which would be forward on the drill. So what you're going to do is, as you're holding it with the one hand and spinning it with the others, you're going to give it a little bit of tension with the hand you're holding it with, and you're just going to focus your intentions on, you know, healing, balancing, protecting, you know, whatever. So because copper is a crystalline structure, so it holds memory, so you want to put positive stuff into it while you're twisting it. So anyway, next, what you're going to do is you're going to take your old trusty measuring stick and your twisted wire. You're going to lay it down on there and snip it with flush cutters as accurately as possible. And then after you've snipped it, you're going to lay it back down on there, make sure that it's accurate. Then you'll want to find something round, twist it around, and then you'll end up with something like this. And what you want to try to do is, especially with the larger wire, what you're going to want to try to do is, when it's still straight, mark one piece of wire, and then run your finger right there in the groove. So mark one wire, and then put your thumbnail right there in the groove and spin it. Don't mind my nails, I just dyed my hair. To where you get to the end of wherever it is you had cut. So you make sure that the same wire gets soldered to the same wire so that it has a positive circuit all the way around. So then you're going to, you know, twist it. Yeah, twist it into its thing. Make sure that they're matching up on each other. Then you're going to need to solder this together, and I found that it works way easier if I use a torch. So anyway, I put a little bit of the solder paste on there real carefully. Then I clamped this down on a workspace and heat it up with the torch, and then touch my solder on there. It's a bit of a learning curve for me. I kept getting the wrong type of solder and whatnot. Anyway, and it's not the most pretty. I'm sure when I get better at it, when I do it more, I'll get better at it. But anyway, the important thing is, does it work and does it hold it together? So then when you're all done with that, what you want to do is take it. Let me change size. So you want to make sure, if you're energy sensitive and you can, you know, use a crystal, you want to make sure that it's going clockwise on both sides. I've accidentally made some rings where it went clockwise one way and counterclockwise the other. And those rings, in my opinion, didn't work as well as these here. And I've even messed up and made one ring where it didn't spin at all. So yeah, it's just a bit of a learning curve. And people keep asking me if I sell these. I do not make these to sell them right now. I don't feel like I'm good enough to charge for these. Plus they take me a lot of time, so I'd have to charge more than I think it would be worth. Anyway, you can get these on Etsy. There are tons of people that sell them on Etsy. And they'll charge anywhere from like $12 to $100 per ring, depending on how fancy you get it and who you get it from. But yeah, I think they're really cool. I think they have lots of applications. So anyway, I hope this helps answer a lot of your guys' questions. Happy ring making.